Okay. Happy Monday. Hope you all had a nice weekend. Still a little bit disappointed on the way that game ended. We had a chance to make history. Arizona's never won on the road in the SEC. Last time they had an SEC win was 1976. And we had a chance to do that. And we were in overtime and didn't get that done. Really had a chance before overtime. I think we were probably about that far away when you look at T-Mac on the sideline with his right foot. And then I guess they said Jedd was about that far away, not getting to the line to gain. And about that far away on 3rd and 1. So unfortunately, we just didn't come away with the win. We certainly had our chances, and we were down on the 8-yard line, had a fumble. We were in spots to win that game, and but as I said after the game, I thought Mississippi State did a great job. You look at their last 15 games; they're 11-4. Their 4 losses: Alabama, Georgia, LSU, and at Kentucky. So that was a very good football team we played, and we certainly went toe-to-toe. Was excited about that part of it and think that we have a chance to really build off of that game.
What do you tell Jedd in that moment when he throws 3 interceptions and things look like they're kind of getting out of hand?
That nothing's going to change. We're going to keep slinging it. We're going to keep running our offense. I've seen him play for 2 years. I've seen him practice every day. I've never seen 2 balls. One of them, the interception. The first interception bounced off of a guy's chest 4 yards forward and into some linebacker's hands. I never thought I'd see that twice, but I saw it twice in the same game. And then the interception on the corner route, I thought that free safety made a phenomenal play. So Jay felt like it was the first quarter. I felt like it was the first quarter and had no concern that we were going to be able to continue to fight, and which we did. I think after that he had 3 touchdowns. 2 in the air, 1 on the ground, threw for over 300 yards, and probably had one of the better quarterback performances against Mississippi State's defense, according to their head coach.
How do you get him to not turn over the ball as much, or is it that's just he is who he is?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Brett Favre, we used to say with Brett Favre that he would throw you a few of them. If you catch them, it's probably good for you, and if you don't catch them, it's probably good for them. I think that there's an aggressive mentality. There's a mindset. There's Jedd understands that you don't turn the ball over, but I didn't see any of those throws that he made being careless or reckless. As a matter of fact, I thought that the first play, the first interception was a very, very good play by their defense. We needed to get T-Mac further over. He stopped short. We didn't get our motion right on that. We didn't motion him, and we were supposed to. The second interception, thought that was a great job by their defender. And the third interception was a great job by their safety. And the fourth one was we need to have a better route, and the ball winds up getting popped up in the air, and he probably could have scrambled.
You guys went with Borjan playing right tackle, moving Jonah back inside. How do you think he did out there against Mississippi State and just grading his performance?
He did well. There were some challenges there. That's a huge defensive line that stunts and blitzes every snap, whether they bring 5, 4, 6. It doesn't matter. They're never standing still and rushing straight. They're always going to give you a looper. So I think he handled that situation well. There was 4 or 5 plays that weren't as good as we would have liked him to be, but he's learned from it. That was his first start in a hostile environment in the SEC, and he held his own pretty good. I think we felt comfortable that if we need to continue that lineup, we certainly can. I do believe that we're getting close to Polito being back, so I would expect Jonah to go back out to right tackle this week, assuming that all things go well on the medical front.
2 questions. First one, announcers mentioned that there's some talk last season of Jedd possibly kind of tipping play calls a little bit. And did you feel that there's anything to that, or maybe he telegraphs plays a little bit, or did against Mississippi State?
No, not that I know of. We were pretty good on offense last year and this year.
And then second one, when you're grading the safeties, what is it with Gunner specifically that you see compared to other safeties?
We look at the totality of their ability to communicate, their ability to be able to, let's call it, get ourselves in the right defense, their ability to make plays away from the ball, their ability to track the ball, their ability to see the eyes of the quarterback, be close in the passing game, cover a lot of space. Gunner, IT, Dalton, they're all in their own, they're all, I would say, showing their colors in regard to Dalton has shown that he's a really good boundary safety. That's kind of where he belongs. IT has been able to go back and forth and play both field and boundary. Gunner has really been able to play star, field safety, and boundary safety. He's willing to hit. He's got great effort. He plays with great passion. He very rarely is out of place. So really, as we're looking at it, we're looking at technique, fundamentals, assignments, alignments, and then in the end, are they making the play?
So it looked like Martell got hurt late in the first half and wasn't able to come back in. Can you give an update on where he is and then where things stand with trading and Dylan Wyatt?
Yeah, Martell's healthy, good to go. We just made a change there, not for medical reasons. We were just, in terms of the way they were lining up and in terms of some of the athletes that we had, we wanted to put DJ Warnell out there, but Martell is fine. Stukes should be cleared to go, practice on Tuesday. We're expecting him to be able to play on Saturday. Wyatt, we're expecting him to be able to play on Saturday. So as of today, my expectation is that Polito, Wyatt, Stukes, Irby not for injury purposes, but those other three should all be cleared to play on Saturday if they have no setbacks at Tuesday or Wednesday's practice.
Jedd, so how does a player build the mental toughness to be able to put himself in a position like Jaden did with those 3 interceptions, still remain focused and bounce back what he did?
Yeah, I think that he's played quarterback his whole life. There's no question about that. He is, and he's grown up in a way that he is mentally tough. And I didn't feel a flinch from him. Now, maybe a year ago I would have. Maybe there would have been a little bit different attitude because I think it's more about trust with Jaden more than anything else. And if he believes that you believe in him, he's not going to let you down, and he's going to be in a spot where he's going to be able to go out there and play. And that's what I would expect. That's what I expected of him. There was no flinch. For him to make that throw at the end of the half after throwing 3 interceptions, for him to lead us on a 19-play drive after 3 interceptions is pretty remarkable in a lot of ways. I don't know if you see it everywhere. But to go out there and then to make the plays he made, to make the scrambles he made, the throw to T-Mac in the end zone for the touchdown to tie it up, all those plays were big-time ball plays that came from a big-time player.
Jedd, 2 questions. Irby was playing so well early. Was there something that changed in what they were doing that you guys felt he wasn't a good fit moving forward? And then 2, how did you feel about the way your defensive end set the edge in this game against a tougher opponent?
Yeah, well, first of all, I would say overall defensively, I thought we played very well. I thought Coach Nansen had a fantastic plan for them. I know they had 165 yards rushing. I think they had 150 or so yards or 145 yards passing. To outgain a team like that by 125 yards or 130 yards is a job well done by the defense. I thought the ends did a really good job once we got through the first drive of setting the edge. They ran some wide zone plays at us early, first play of the game. They ran a little wide zone play to the boundary. Then about 4 or 5 plays later, they ran a little lead play with the tight end coming across, both of which were very good football plays. After that, I thought that really Upshaw, Ward, Davis, whoever was in at that time at the end spot, and Ty did a really good job of setting it. As for Irby, I think Irby made some great plays on the field. I think there's times that you just make substitutions like we do in all spots. And what we needed to do at that time during the game is we felt we wanted to give DJ some opportunity. And DJ did a really good job in that spot. And if we needed to move some other guys around, we feel like we have that ability to. Irby brings a certain juice to the game. Did a great job on the tackle and the punch out on the 4th down. But we need to see consistent play out of everybody down in and down out.
Can you run us through your thought process for the end of regulation? I think you got down to whatever yard that was with about 2 minutes left, had 3 timeouts, whether to try for a touchdown, field goal, et cetera.
Yeah, I think what happened was we had about 1:01 left. I felt like we were going to be able to, you wanted to be in field goal range. We got to field goal range. We hit a 9-yard play to get on 2nd and 10. We missed on 1st and 10. Then we missed a play on 1st and 10. So then 2nd and 10, we got a 9-yard gain with about 1:01 left. I think it was what it was, maybe 1:08 left. There was no reason with 3 timeouts the goal was to get the first down on 3rd down and then have all 3 timeouts for that final 4-play. What I would have said, we would have probably had time for about 6 plays in a minute with 3 timeouts. We didn't. Our 3rd and 1s in the game, we called 2 different 3rd and 1s. Both times they gave us coverage. One time we tried to run a sprint out. They played zone. Traditionally, they're a man blitz team. We didn't hit on that. The second time they played zone, we scrambled forward for about 20 yards, but they played a softer zone. Where we saw that we felt we could get the yard was if we went tempo. So we went tempo on the 3rd and 1 and wound up getting knocked backwards a yard. So at that point, then it was 4th and 2 with 48 seconds left or 41 seconds left in the half. And I thought the best move at that point was not to try to go for it. It was a 3-point game. We battled back. I didn't want to put our team in jeopardy and just try to start pitching the ball around on 2nd down or 1st down and, put the ball up in the air for something bad to happen. So I felt like 1st and 10, we ran the play we wanted to. 2nd and 10, running the ball was the answer. 3rd down, I think we threw a screen type play on 2nd down. And then 3rd down, I thought the timeout after we didn't get it needed to be at about 3 seconds. So they didn't have a chance to do anything.
Just going off of what Justin Flo did in the game, how would you grade his performance and just the energy he brought to the linebacker room?
Yeah, Justin, 12 tackles in 25 plays. I think it was, or 27 total plays, somewhere in that range. That's an enormous amount of production. 12 tackles in only 27 plays or 25 plays is a ridiculous number. So we're going to have to play Justin more. We're going to continue to watch his development grow. He's becoming more comfortable in the system. That team gives you some shifts, some motions, some 2 tight end sets, and he was able to be in position. So it was great to see that. He and Jacob Manu had 12 tackles each. So to have 24 tackles by your linebackers is really good. So he brings a juice. We talked about that. He brings an energy to the game, to the defense. I would expect to see more of him as we go and be able to really build off of his performance on Saturday night. Thank you.